tether is snapped. I told you, the comb nullifies your strength. There's no point in trying to resist us. Burn it! We have to get out of here, Ko. Whatever he is, we're trumped.
Monster, devil, god, hero. Call me what you will. You'll cease to exist soon enough, worm.
Well, you certainly terrified the pink-haired fellow. But the fact that there is more to your power than meets the eye isn't, to me, all that shocking. I mean, after all, it stands to reason, given how exceptional you are in other respects, particularly the field of general idleness and wanton sexual perversion. I never told you, but I actually had the chance to pore over your little treatise after Sion had it secretly copied. A specific passage stood out to me, as I recall. We wouldn't have gotten very far if deep down people weren't just as loath to kill as they are to die. War forces them to choose one over the other. Highborn or low, no one wants to sow misery. Only an idealistic simpleton could have scribbled tripe like that. Loathe or not, people kill, people die. That's the world. Someone lives, you can bet it's because some poor fool's taking their place on the chopping block. Of course, I can see where a timid little pretty boy like you would struggle with such a painfully obvious fact. I find it ironic that you'd harbor such remorse over killing, when clearly you're not much of a killer. See? Look at you. I've insulted you to your face, and still you stand there. No monster worthy of the name would take so much abuse. You pine about how much death and destruction you've sown, and yet here I've dodged your attack no less than 5 times. I'll make a deal with you, though. Your next attack I won't dodge. The last thing you're capable of doing is hurting me, Ryner. Do you hear me in there, Mr. Runaway? I do not partake of dango, drink tea, or cavort with the likes of homicidal demigods. You're not what you've been led to believe you are. Open your ears and listen to me!
All of you. Shut the hell up. Everything goes back to nothing. Your time is done.
Ryner!
Sorry. You have to close my eyes. I can't do it.
Ryner, stop. You have to listen. You are not a monster. You are not a monster!
I was this close to snuffing your life out like a candle. Do you see what I am? People are right to despise me. My only talent is for wreaking devastation. I'm tired of murdering people who've had the misfortune of getting close to me. That's why I want you to go back home. The mission is null and void now. I think Sion will understand.
If you really intended to kill me, you'd have done it. Period. But I'm still very much alive. What kind of a monster lets a woman hurl insults at him? Seriously. I'll be just fine. Now, unless my memory fails me, we were about to have tea. Believe it or not, I still have some of the dango left that Iris brought me. So, what do you say?
I say, I'm home. In a forest on the outskirts of Nelfa, two people of unknown origins, one male, one female, assaulted us using the Dolwelly sword scale. They had in their possession two other hero relics, which I believe points to their being on a mission similar to ours, though on whose orders we don't know. They disappeared in the midst of our skirmish. Whether they survived or not is not clear.
This is ridiculous. How many hours do you intend to work without taking a break? For heaven's sake, you haven't even touched your meal.
Sorry, Aslina. As soon as I come to a decent stopping point, I'll eat something.
Not a day goes by when you don't promise that.
Yeah, or sit there moping with that look on your face. What is it this time?
Nothing anyone need concern themselves with, I assure you.
There you go again, thinking you can shoulder the weight of the world all by yourself. You know you're gonna drive us all crazy.
Aslina, when the king shackles himself to the workload, unless he's physically stopped, he'll burrow through the whole pile. That's where you stage an intervention.
Don't worry, I'm on it.
I am sitting right here.
Don't bellyache, your majesty. We don't want Phil to feel like he has to come back down here to set things straight. Right, Madam Secretary?
Exactly. Don't disturb my brother's rest. Take a break from work this instant and eat something.
I see Roland's king is well looked after. It's very heartening to find your supporters so passionate.
Ah, welcome, Lady Noah. I hope adjusting to life here hasn't proved too difficult.
Oh no, not in the slightest. I assure your majesty I've had a very pleasant stay thus far. Admiral Clom takes great pains to see that I am made comfortable.
Well, he does enjoy his work.
It appears your majesty's instinct for assigning Admiral Clom to her ladyship has panned out.
I'm inclined to agree.
Hey, that's enough of that talk. The lady has pressing business.
What do you mean? I have no business to speak of. You and I made dinner arrangements for this evening, did we not?
Dinner, yeah, right.
Really? I thought you said you had a reception tonight.
Actually, it got postponed. They decided to hold it tomorrow night instead because of that other thing.
Ah, of course.
So, yeah, I was going to have to cancel, but then...
It's perfectly fine. You're a very busy man, Admiral. I didn't expect you to keep me apprised of every single little engagement.
You, aren't telling her ladyship anything she doesn't need to know, are you?
Goodness, Admiral. Whatever are you keeping from me?
Why, nothing!
Well, I'll be very interested to hear about this nothing over dinner tonight, then. For which purpose, sir, I do hope that you don't mind my borrowing him.
He's all yours, my lady.
There was no call for that.
Good thing for him there's no accounting for taste.
Lady Noah has become an unwitting hostage of the ill-conceived Estabulian uprising. I thought having Clow at her side might offer her ladyship a measure of hope.
Well, sir, she seems rather cheerful.
Has your grace yet had a moment to read through my proposal?
I have, yes. And it would seem the northern territories are in dire straits indeed.
Imperial Stole boasts formidable forces in the region, as you know. But the newly emergent royal family of Gastark in the northernmost territory has spearheaded the annexation of numerous vassal kingdoms as of late. With predatory swiftness, one might say. The delicate equilibrium of Miniris has begun to stagger. Full-scale war is almost certainly imminent. In which case, our first order of business is to solidify the home front. If we cannot manage to bind the country together internally by holding the errant nobility in check, we shall fall and the ravaging vortex of unrest will consume us. To that end, what is called for
Is a political purge.
that would be the surest route to the kingdom's stabilization, yes.
Such an extreme measure.
A measure your legacy as a ruler will come to eclipse. Keep your own house in order as the maelstrom rages without, sir, and the common stock of Miniris will flock to Roland's hold for shelter. But only, of course, if by that time Roland itself has not succumbed irreparably to the maelstrom raging within. Again, sir, if I venture too far too soon, I am duty-bound to stop at your command. Duke Steried.
One cannot traverse a hallway anymore without hearing tell of your accomplishments. I wish to speak with you in person to reassure myself that not everyone in His Majesty's cabinet has been plucked from the lower classes. I hope you will forgive my candor.
I appreciate the vote of confidence, my lord. I've desired to share words with you as well.
Have you indeed? Excellent. May I then ask your opinion of the young king's statesmanship?
Well, to be honest, his tendency to disregard the opinions of those more experienced is a bit dispiriting. His Majesty is only yielding where it seems most perilous to be so.
I thought as much. No doubt then, sir, you acknowledge to whose bulwark it would be more advantageous for you to align. There's a truly galling dearth of men like you among our ilk in the noble class. Agree to part company with His Majesty and join our ranks, and whatever price you cared to name would be ours to honor, lest we...
If there is, as you say, a galling dearth of men like me in your class, you certainly prove the rule. Whatever price I care to name. You cannot afford me. What I require is something I have faith only in Sion Astal to give. You egregiously misinterpret my reservations as an overture to betrayal because you, sir, are an imbecile. An imbecile my king is all too willing to endure. He would spare the very insects crawling beneath his feet. Which is why I am here to act on his behalf. To grind every last one of them into the cobblestones. So I believe the proper question is, to whose bulwark will you align, sir? The old powers that whittle this kingdom away to nothing, or my king?
It's getting rather late, isn't it?
I hope your ladyship isn't cross with me for the charade earlier.
Cross? Come now, Admiral Clom. Do I truly strike you as the sort of woman to wax peevish over such trifles?
No. It's just that sometimes a woman means one thing and says another.
Oh? You seem somewhat alarmingly well-versed in the ways of the fair sex, my dear Admiral.
Again with the Admiral thing. Look, you can drop the formalities around me, all right? Clow works just fine.
How could any woman ever be cross with you? I promise I'm not upset in the slightest. Simply not accustomed to being out of doors this late. Certainly not beneath so lovely a night sky.
Is it really all that striking? I mean, it's the same sky over Estable, isn't it?
Well, the view is similar for everyone, I suppose. But the sense of it changes depending on whom one views it with. Wouldn't you agree?
Sure, why not?
You are a credit to the kingdom you serve, Admiral Clom. I am pleased to know you. By that I mean only to express my gratitude. I've had such fun with you. My apologies for staying...
You're a
clever woman, my lady. I think you can appreciate the position this puts you in.
If I scream, you'll murder all of us. Is that how the situation stands?
Exactly. Or if your head's strong enough not to comply with my demands. Now strip!
Maybe one of these days I'll understand a woman's thinking. Driver, stop! Damn it! Noah! Are you all right? What have you bastards done?
Nothing. Yet.
Nothing. Then why is her ladyship crying?
Pretty nasty wound you've got. You sure you want to push this right now?
My wound is not the issue here. I asked you, why in the hell the woman in my care is on the floor crying? What I seek is thunder!
I'd say once we've made it over the summit, the mountain path should give a good view of our next destination. Rumor has it the town of Rajit is demon-haunted. And where there's a whisper of demons, a hero relic can't be far. Right? On your feet, pretty boy. Huh? The fate of the Winnet Tea House is in our hands, Ryner. I hope you appreciate that. Forging world peace may be a pipe dream, but preserving the integrity of Dongo is nothing to scoff at.
You and your obsession with Dongo inspires me to become the cause's foremost champion. Wouldn't kill us to slow down a little, though.
Get back here, you little brat!
Don't be stupid! You're only making this harder on all of us!
Let go! Stop it! No! Somebody help!
Knock it off! Do you have any idea how much trouble you've stirred up?
Is beating up a defenseless little girl really the first impression you want to make on a total stranger?
Who asked you to get involved?
Those guys didn't hurt you, did they?
I can't do it alone. You have to help me.
Just calm down.
Listen to me. We have to rescue him. Please, mister. Arua's not bad. He's just different.
Arua?
He's not a monster. You have to believe me. It's not as fault he is the way he is. You have to help me rescue him before they do something.
Attacked? What happened? Has she been injured in any way?
Thanks to the fortuitous intercession of Admiral Clom, who happened to be nearby, Lady Noah is shaken but unharmed. Her presence here has been key in setting Roland and Estable on a path to reconciliation. Had she been killed in tonight's assault, the newly healed schism between our kingdoms would have reopened. You, as her protector, would have been the focal point of popular revolt.
I should have expected this of them. She was theirs for the picking, and I knew it. The nobility holds nothing sacred in their war against me, save what increases their lands or lines their purses.
If they cannot be circumnavigated, what path then lays before you?
The path that you have shown me?
For your highness to follow that road, you must first break bread with the enemy. Ingratiate yourself to the nobility you so vehemently and rightly despise. Let them not suspect your heart, even when a life is at stake. Erode their defenses with charm, and then
slaughter the lot of them.
If it comes to it, yes.
What of the people? In the time it takes me to win, to beat the nobles at their own game, how many will starve to death?
What does it matter? Everything is in readiness, Your Majesty. I humbly await your pleasure to utilize me.
Are you responsible for the indignity on Lady Noah?
While I find it encouraging that Your Majesty thinks so cunning a cross-purpose worthy of me, I must sadly confess to having no hand in this affair.
Leave me.
Sir.
forever, and for a long time everything was fine. Then our Lord raised taxes so high we couldn't afford to pay them and eat. He sent a bunch of soldiers into the village one day. My mother and father were both killed. When I screamed at them to stop, they tried to kill me. But then Arua shoved between us. He used magic. I've known him my whole life. He'd never used magic before. And his eyes... They're calling him a monster. The Lord and the soldiers took him away and said they were going to do all kinds of experiments. Please, you've got to save Arua.
Right. Let's get going.
What?
We can't leave an Alpha Stigma on the loose. I've seen what kind of havoc one can unleash.
But, I mean...
Forgive me, should we weigh the pros and cons first? Where is your little friend being held captive? Show us.
I think he's probably...
Very well then, that's where we're headed.
Demon's eyes. Great, just what I need to hear. You know, if people are going to drag me into their crap, they ought to at least be a little more sensitive. I didn't choose to have eyes that freak everybody out, and there's nothing I can do about it, okay? Ah, this sucks!